Slowly come to your last few moments of preparation, of pre-stretches, and then we're going to start in a moment. A very sweet welcome, everybody. Please come to sit. Resting your hands comfortably, strength within your spine. And for the lack of a better word, unclench. Unclench everything. The jaw, let the tongue be heavy in the mouth. Softening the muscles of your face, all that is not needed right now. It is one of my favorite translations for yogic practice, to find the difference between the necessary and the unnecessary. It is one of the things you will hear often at the beginning of the class, come to sit, to arrive. Well, where else would you be? That's the thing, we are always there. It's just a matter of being conscious of it, wakening up to the moment as it is happening, like right now. With all that comes up, all the things that seemingly have the power to annoy you or to pull your concentration away from what you are doing, but you are not depending on anything, as all our practice is within. You choose to stay connected to the outside, to listen to every little thing, so you have a good reason to get annoyed and antsy and, wobbling around. And that's okay too. But you notice. And the more you notice these little things, especially those little annoyances, the more laughable they become, because they're so small. And yet so much power. It's literally our inner mosquito. So little, so much power. But that's what the practice is. daring to look, daring to listen, daring to look at yourself with the most honest mirror in the world. And that was an open heart. We're going to chant a few rounds of Om. Again, remember that Om rather than some of the other mantras. We have power mantras. There are mantras for anything you could do during the day. Do you know that? There are mantras for going on the toilet, both ways. There's a mantra for waking up. There's a mantra for going extensive. And then you have these mantras and seat mantras that are more about the vibration. That's what I want you to think of for these rounds of Om. Follow your own breath. Together in front of the chest, heart center, and offer your practice up. And then you can rest your hands back onto your knees. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. A very sweet welcome, everybody, on Monday night at Svaha Yoga with Marky Mark. Again, just an offering. Take what you need out of it. It's all good. We just play a little bit on the mat. Yoo-hoo! So we talked about these 4 paths of yoga described in the Bhagavad Gita, karma of, the yoga of knowledge, and the yoga of action, and the yoga of devotion. And we also understand that it's not just one thing. There was this little story last week, remember? Yoga is the art of getting the 4 idiots together. That's that sort of thing. And also the path in itself has an evolution. For example, in bhakti, we have something called lower bhakti. Imagine you find your guru, and you're like all in love with that guru, and you're like, oh my God, I love that guru. Oh, I have to go to that guru over and over again. And you put all that love into that devotion, into that person, into that little meat package. But over time, because you allow your heart to open and more wisdom will flow in, it starts to change into something else, into a higher bhakti. So there is an evolution in all these different ways. And we also discussed that it's a very personal thing which path you will follow. Because you're different, you're unique, you're beautiful. We're all unique. That's what we all have in common. That's the weird thing. And over the last few months, as I was talking with some students and at surveys about, do you have any yoga-related questions, which was really interesting. I could do 10 classes just on that. The whole what is yoga? Try to explain that. Is yoga from Sweden? Heard that too. All these really fun. Is yoga compatible with capitalism? No. So it's really interesting questions coming up, but one that was really repeating in different ways was how to evolve your practice, how to go deeper into your practice, maybe not necessarily with fancier postures or something. So first of all, we have to agree that practice is not just asana practice. Asana practice, if you just walk into the class and you're just zooming out right now for the next 5 minutes, you're just waiting for a little movement. Wonderful. It's beautiful. It's going to be nourishing for you. It's like all risotto are rice dishes, but not every rice dish is risotto. We can elevate and enhance our physical practice or any part of our practice by contemplating different points of view, these different directions, these different tastes. And that sometimes include changing your practice. So here's this little bit by my beloved Ram Dass, and he says this very beautifully. We are all at different places in our journey. Some of us feel we are right at the beginning of something new. Some of us feel like we've fallen off the path. Some of us are doing regular practices. Some of us don't know what to do next. For many of us, there's a lot of confusion about our sadhana. What should I do? Am I doing it right? Is some other path better for me than this or that? In trying to figure out a way to approach our sadhana, there are a few strategies that I would suggest we keep in mind. And the first and most important one is relax. It doesn't really matter which next thing you do, because whatever it is, it will become your next teaching. And it isn't the thing you do that matters anyway. It's who it is that's doing it, where it's coming from in you. That means that all those choices and all those decisions that we agonize over aren't really quite so fraught and melodramatic as we like to make them to be. The second part of my strategy has to do with learning to listen within. It's about learning to trust the inner, intuitive sense of what is you are about at any moment. Doing that may take you down some very unexpected avenues. In fact, it probably already has. For example, I bet that a large percentage of the people who are attending meditation retreats and monastic retreats these days wouldn't even have entertained the possibility of such a thing just a few years ago. Can you imagine wasting your vacation going someplace where you sit on a pillow for 16 hours a day and then suddenly it feels right on? It feels like the obvious next thing to do. So instead of pre-programming how you think your spiritual journey is going to unfold, it's better to listen intuitively. That means you are going to have to keep being straight with yourself. Don't be afraid to change when your intuitive wisdom tells you to. You start a sadhana and you go into it with total commitment and you drink deeply of it. But then you begin to experience its limitations for you. At that point, the tendency is either to deny your intuitive wisdom in order to stay on, or to start looking for things to criticize in the method so you can justify exiting. However, I think there is a more sophisticated way of dealing with it, just to say, I have no more work to do here right now. No judgments. It's not that it isn't beautiful, and it's not that you aren't beautiful. It's just saying we don't have any more work together at this time. You've got to keep trusting your intuitive heart. At some point your heart drew you to the teacher or the method or the guru, and if you trusted your heart then, trust it now when it says, go on. There's nothing wrong either with leaving a teacher or a method, then coming back 5 years later and saying, well, I guess I made a mistake. Because mistakes are an absolute necessary part of the process. So, who's ready to make some mistakes? Let's meet in downtown. Let's meet in downtown. Don't hurt yourself, but make as many mistakes as you like. It was one of the things Kachi said a lot last year. Kachi Ananda, our lovely, lovely teacher. She said, have the power, have the joy of making some freaking new mistakes. It's a very good thing to do. Whatever you need to do before is all fine, it's all good. You can play around a little bit. And then over the next few breaths, we might all find our way into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Notice that some of our movements are more habits than really something that has to happen right now. So for the next breath, just be still and listen. Not only to your body, but to the breath. Ujjayi. And then we're just going to shift our weight. No rolling over the toes yet. On an inhale, come forward into high plank. Don't roll over the toes because we pull back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale forward to high plank. Exhale, pull it back. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, lower back, pull back, and then last time forward to a high plank, this time down onto the floor. Reach your arms out to the side, bending your elbows into this big sort of U shape. Keeping your chest, your arms, your head lightly lifted off the floor while your feet are pressing firmly down, including all 10 toes. If you feel there's a bit more lift for you in there, go ahead. Or maybe to look a little further forward, just tilting the whole thing. Yeah, that's different than just lifting the face. Good. Move a little through the wrists. And then on your next exhale, place the hands back down and pull back into down dog. and walk yourself forward to the top of the mat. Here, same thing, you have a few moments to do what feels good in your body. It's one of the biggest teachings of our practice, discernment. Your ability to judge, your ability to figure out what is necessary, what isn't. And then draw the navel in and start to roll yourself up to stand. Step your feet together, inner toes touching. Hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Reach the arms overhead. Reach the arms a little further behind. Stretch yourself out. Exhale, place the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, fold forward and down. Active legs. Inhale, half lift. Step or jump back, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog, stay here. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot forward, big step. Inhale, rising up. Exhale. Long spine, inhale. Exhale deeply. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands inside right foot, left ear close to the floor. Inhale, look up, arch up. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, big step. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Pushing right foot deeply down into the floor, navel in and up. Inhale one more time. Exhale, both hands inside left foot, right ear close to the floor. Inhale, look up, arch up, and step back into down dog. Step your feet half a foot forward. Turn your heels towards each other until they meet. Bend your knees out and lower your pelvis to your heels. Open the knees. On an inhale, lift the city bones, turn the knees back forward. Exhale, bend the knees and look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. A full exhale to fold. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, navel in and up, hands in front of the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Step or jump back, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Open the heart, stay. Soft elbows, shoulders back. One more inhale. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, rising up. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, hands inside right foot, left ear close to the floor. Inhale, look up, arch up, nice. Exhale, back to down dog, one breath. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rising up. Exhale. Keep pressing your right foot down into the floor. Navel in and up, long spine. There you go. One more. Inhale. Exhale, hands inside, left foot, right ear close to the floor. Inhale, look up, arch up. Exhale, back to down dog. Step your feet slightly forward, turning the heels towards each other, bending the knees, pelvis to the heels. On an inhale, lift the sitting bones, turn the knees back forward. Exhale, bend the knees and look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. Full deep exhale, fold. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, navel in and up. Third cycle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to stay, to enjoy, to live your best life. One more inhale. And exhale back. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Right foot steps forward, big step. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. Last inhale. Exhale, hands inside, right foot, left ear close to the floor. Inhale, look up, arch up. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, rise. On an exhale, hands inside, left foot, right ear close to the floor. Inhale, walk up, arch up, lift the chest. Exhale, back to down dog. Step the feet slightly forward, turn the heels inwards towards each other, touching, bend the knees and sit deep. Let the heels touch. Open the knees. On an inhale, lift the sitting bones, turn the knees forward. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale forward to high plank. Knees down, lower the chest. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Did that feel more familiar doing it only once? Okay. On an inhale, come forward to high plank, Vashisthasana, side plank on the right. Nice. You lift as much of the floor as you like, darling. Lift away, but then really lift. Don't half-ass. Go for it. You know where the ceiling is. Good. Was that the right choice? Exhale, bring it back to down dog. Really good. Nice. Does it matter? No, so not. All this coloring things. On your next inhale, come forward to high plank, side plank on the left. Power in the body. That's all I need. However you want to color it. Lift one leg off, lift two legs off, go for it. Be magical. And on an exhale, bring it back. Pull back deeply into down dog. Nice. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Exhale, right foot forward, big step. Inhale, arms rise up, stay. Exhale, bend your back knee. And use that moment, that little bit more ability to draw the navel in and up, long tailbone. And very gently bring it so close over the floor that your yoga pants is already touching the mat, but not the knee. Oh, God. From here, re-lengthen the back leg, hands in front of the chest, heart center. Spiral upper body to the right. And hook your left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Happy toes. Nice, beautiful. And now just allow your thumbs to come a little closer to the heart, to the middle of, yes, very lightly. Keep your back leg strong, the back thigh is lifting. Left thigh, Daibane, lifting. Good. What? On an exhale, look down, place both hands down onto the floor and step back into down dog. Feel free to make it a happy dog and wag your tail. Wee. Wee. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, effortless, rising up. You have to imagine yourself when you, bend the back knee, of course. You have to imagine yourself. You're not running the race anymore. This is already the victory lap. You're just, for the, yay, for the fans. Nothing is expected of you here. Also bending your knee even more. So you feel that for a moment, that little power in those legs. Then re-lengthen the back leg, hands in front of the chest. Inhale, spiral over to the left, hooking the elbow. Yes. Back leg is long, back thigh is lifting. Long neck. Gazing over your left shoulder. Hug your front leg a little bit inwards, darling. By the front leg going out, you make it very hard to lift your elbow. Good. Inner thighs. And on an exhale, look down, place both hands down. Inhale to a high plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Slightly step or float. Exhale, fold onto your legs, hands flat on the mat if you can. Effort, thank you. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands in front of the chest. Utkatasana. In. Maybe on your next exhale, a little deeper. One more inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands down, lengthen out the legs. Half lift, inhale, step or fly back. Exhale. Exhale. So, if you feel fairly strong, keep the alignment of your hands and arms. Just lower your forearms more and more to the mat. And you notice you need to hug the arms a little in. Ooh. And re-lengthen. Re-lengthen, down dog. Lift your elbows, lift your elbows, lift your elbows. Thank you. Let's do that one more time, very carefully. Just bring them as close to the floor or even on the floor. Woo! And back into down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Right foot forward, left heel circles down. Inhale, warrior one. Does that feel delicious? Good. Make it beautiful. Be very mindful to not hang in that spine. Keep that lovely length. Then bring your elbows in front of your chest, shoulders, bring the forearms together. Try to keep that space between ear and shoulder. Inhale deeply, reach the arms overhead, keep the elbows together. Exhale, bring it back. Again, inhale, exhale. Last time, in, exhale. Lengthen the arms up into the sky. Exhale, open into warrior two. Inhale, turn the shoulders back, palms come up, reaching both arms overhead. Left hand takes right wrist. No change in your legs. Pull. The right arm a little, yes. So you might maybe feel that a little bit more around the shoulder and stuff, that's nice. Then keep your right long, lovely curved arm where it is and bring your left hand lightly onto the back leg. Just the fingertips. And if you feel on your next inhale, you can go a little further, slide the left hand a little further to the left foot. Ooh. On your next exhale, bring it back, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen the right leg, activate. Reach the right arm forward, Utthita Trikonasana, triangle posture. Left arm reaches up high, gazing towards left hand. Unless you feel that it's far too little for level 3 class, then you could reach your left arm into the middle of the room, extending the line a little further. And if you lost your mind, do that with the right arm as well. It's all good as long as you know that you are crazy. Beautiful. It's strong, I know. On an inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, just bend the front knee. Inhale, chaturanga or down dog. That's up to you. Nice. Careful with your hands. Keep the fingers spread and keep the contact, especially when you shift your weight forward. Nice, guys. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel down for warrior one. Virabhadrasana. Make a little effort, spiraling that pelvis forward. And exhale, forearms together, elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale, lift that whole frame. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, a little further, fingers a little more to the wall behind you. Exhale. Last time, in. Exhale. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, open wide into your warrior two. Inhale, turn the shoulders back, palms up. Reach those arms overhead so the right hand can take left wrist and give it a draw. Notice where you feel that. Keeping left arm where it is, right fingertips to right leg. And maybe there's a little bit more way to explore, maybe, with a very light right hand. Keep your front knee bent down. Yes! And on an exhale, bring it back into warrior two. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. Firm the knee. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up high. Maybe you feel you need to extend the right arm into the middle of the room. Maybe you need to do that with both arms. Front knee. On an inhale, lift yourself back up. Good. Exhale, bend front knee. Circle the hands onto the mat. Chaturanga or down dog is up to you. Nice, guys. On an exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands. Slightly step or hop forward. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees deeply, reach your arms forward and up. Utkatasana. It shouldn't be that visible in your face what posture you're doing. Just saying. It doesn't look like Shavasana, I can tell you that. On an inhale, lift yourself all the way up. Exhale, fold down. Half lift, inhale. Step or jump back, exhale, your choice. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, back. On an inhale, right leg lifts up high. Right foot forward, left heel circles down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, forearms back. Same position, but this time you're just going to bring the wrists as far apart as you... Oh, so good. And on your next exhale, just fold out into warrior two. Very nice. Turn then your body in between warrior one and two, interlacing fingers behind the back, lengthen the arms out, and dive to your inner right thigh. Some of you might dive even towards ankle, maybe reaching the hands over the head towards the floor. This is not a chore to do. This is just something to explore. Good, nice. And on your next inhale, lift, press yourself back up. Keep the hands where they are. Just bring your back heel up like we did last week. And then we're going to shift forward into a warrior three without hands. It's like showing your mama, look at me without hands, look at me. Good. I wouldn't pull this time the hands up to the ceiling. I would pull them to the back foot. So you keep staying, yes! Isn't that nice, that little flying action? On an exhale, place your hands down, bend the right knee. Inhale, step or flow, hop back, down dog, or go into the vinyasa. Really your choice. I know your addiction problem. Chaturanga. Need to get my shot. Yum. It is one of the healthiest addictions that we know, really. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Don't throw it. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel circles down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, forearms together, elbows together if you can. And then opening the wrist just to fire up these other muscles that later on in your back bending become very interesting. Wrists apart, not fingers. Wrists. Wrists. Yeah. Because that's something. That's sort of like working tables as like, who had the drinks? So it's a little further so you really feel the arms. On your next exhale, open wide into warrior two. Spiral back in between warrior one and two for humble warrior. Interlace your fingers the other way around. And then here, yes, if you want to dive forward, especially deep, then I would reach the arms overhead. Maybe that's sort of fun or interesting for your wrists. Yeah, because you're curving forward. There you go. Let your front foot, your chest, your hands, let everything work together to come back up on an inhale, nice and controlled. Turn the back heel up, come into your lunge, and shift your weight forward. Warrior three. Here, pull the hands towards your back heel. Yes! Just to have that extra little, pull your hands to your back heel. So there is a certain sense of lift in the chest. So pull the hands to the back foot. know what I mean? It's different than when you pull up. On an exhale, hands down to the floor, bend the left knee, and just step it back. Then you can still take it and decide if you need to do the vinyasa. Of course you do. Good. Is it on your Tinder profile? I like many chaturangas, long walks on the beach, and last round right from the back here, okay? Inhale, right leg lifts up high, right foot forward, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one, opens into exhale, warrior two. And here you come into your half moon. And as we do a little play with heart opening today, so if you want to bend your back knee and take hold of your left foot or left ankle, you can. Reopening that front body a little bit, lovely. And then gently letting go of your left foot, place both hands down, level the hip, open your chest to the right, reach right arm up high. And then, funny enough, again you have the option to bend your left knee and take hold of foot or ankle. Well, you do. Did that come as a surprise? Good, yeah. Place both hands back onto the floor, bend your right knee, just step it back. No, I mean, if you need to jump, you jump. Ignore me as much as you want. It's all good. Shoulders back up. Our last side, there it is already. No one's left behind. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Exhale, left foot forward, right heel circles down. Rising and opening and gliding and half mooning. Moon somebody. Yes. It's not about the posture. It's about who is doing the posture. Take hold of your back foot if you want. Lovely, beautiful. Careful with your faces again, but hey. And on an exhale, letting go of the foot, bringing the hands down, level your shoulders, level your hips, tuck your left hip a little up there. Yes! Open your chest to the left, reach left arm up high. And hey, if you feel the need to hold on to something, if you're not yet that good in your attachment practice, and exhale, let it go, all hands down, step it back, and if needed, take a last vinyasa here, but only if needed. Guys. We are going to open ourselves up to the long side of the mat facing the puja. So this side right leg up, this side left leg up. Swinging the foot forward, turning to the long side of the mat so everybody's facing the puja. And then, of course, the first thing you do is bring effort into your back muscles. So let's have the hands flat or on fingertips right under the shoulders. And then you engage your back, opening your chest, looking forward, looking forward. Don't stress the neck, though. Feel your legs still engaging. Good. Keep that work in the lower back, navel drawn in. Good. From here, let's go a little deeper. Bring the hands halfway back. And then again, re-lengthen the spine. Yes! Ooh, pull on those hamstrings. Gazing forward. I even think of pulling my chest a little forward to the wall in front of you. There you go. And then the last, maybe if you can, placing the Middle finger, top of the middle finger in line with your big toe. And then last time, inhale, re-lengthen the spine. It's a little different. Good. Relax your forehead. And on your next deep exhale, fold all the way down. Yes. Does that feel slightly different? So juicy. It's always the mix and the game in between those things. The most opposite thing to do is still helping you, is still teaching you to learn about the next thing. Everything builds in each other. Good, guys. And then on an inhale, lifting your chest halfway, placing the hands into the hips. Exhale, come all the way up. Bend your knees to step or jump your feet together. And turn yourself forward towards the top of the mat. Standing tall, hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Find that length. I don't know. And then bringing your hands behind the back and come into hidden prayer. If that feels spacious enough, you can shift your hands a little higher up in between your shoulder blades, but firm in the palms as flat together as available. And if this is completely out of the realm of possibility today, you can also hold your elbows or forearms, it's all good. Actively press your hands together. Good. And while this all stays very lovely and active, step your left foot back about a meter, left toes point to 10 o'clock. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. You can take your time. You can use 2-3 breaths to fall down and keep pressing your hands together. I will turn the camera on you. Yes, please. Hashtag blessed. On your next inhale, lift yourself back up to stand, bringing your hands back in front of the chest. Shift your weight onto right foot, back into Warrior 3 to reach the arms forward this time. Possibly. Say it like this, possibly. And bringing the hands back in front of the heart. Stand back up, standing tall like nothing happened. Bringing the hands back, because I have the fair assumption that there's another side. Just your right foot back. Level the hip. And all practice depending a little bit on your personality, but these things, sometimes that personality gets really like very ambitious, and ambition is not part of our practice. So not. Slowly folding forward, setting it up as nicely as available. Okay, press your knuckles. Inner knuckles. Yes, there we go. Thank you. See, now your fingers are touching the back of your head. And one more time. Inhale, press yourself back up to stand. Hands back in front of the heart. Happy wrists. And with those happy wrists, shifting forward into Warrior 3 and show those happy wrists forward. Good, nice. Okay, Lou. Now bring your hands a little closer together. Bring them flat. Yeah, just to change it up once in a while. Because there is some different action going on when you do this. You feel that? On exhale, bring your hands back in front of the heart. Inhale, lift yourself back up to stand. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Allow your eyes to stay closed. Place your hands back in front of the heart. Bend the left knee up. Step your left foot as far behind you as available. Place your left knee gently to the floor and rise up into crescent. Love it. While you're doing exactly what you're doing, pull your core set a little tighter. Everything sort of under the ribs still keeps the form, lengthening the spine. Nice. Maybe reaching the hands a little further behind the head. As if when you bend the knees, you could just bring your hands towards left foot. That probably means you have to bend left knee and bring the foot up. And then bring everything back. It's all good, it's all good. And then shift the left arm back. Take hold of left foot. Bring it close. If your foot comes very close to you, turn the fingers forward as well. If for whatever reason this is today a complete mind fuck and it pisses you off more than anything, just bring the left into the inside and take the other hand. It's all good. Who cares? If anybody feels very, very comfortable here and you want to catch your left foot with your left elbow, you could bend your right elbow and bring your hands together. Bye. Slowly place all hands back onto the floor. Lift your left knee off and step forward. Remember we came from the front. Roll yourself up to stand and shake it out. It's all good to move in between. Only when you go in, then you're like, right knee. You can keep the arms open. You can do your Kali Mudra if you like. But as much as you might want to explore the back bend, keep the navel drawn in and up. You don't need to teach your lower back bending. You need to teach your chest to open. Beautiful. Maybe bending the elbows. Maybe bringing the back foot up, just engaging a little hamstring. Oh. And then bring it all back. Blame your short legs or long upper body why it's not working yet. Reach the right arm back and take right foot. If that's not there, right hand down. Bring left hand back, take right foot. Nice. Now, if your foot is about half a meter away and your arm is long, there's no point of trying to catch it in the elbow. But if it's that close, that's all, even if they don't meet it. Yeah! And slowly place everything back to the floor. This time step it back into down dog. And then I want to give you two choices. Either you can come into child's pose or you come into Supta Virasana, reclined hero. If you come to reclined here, I would come with the knees towards the top of the mat, so you have your space to lay down. If you prefer child's pose, all super. And then remember fairly quickly to tuck your tailbone under and flatten the back. Tuck your tailbone under, flatten the back. Good, guys. Position of your arms where you need them to be. Tailbone long, tucking under, pulling away, just to keep that little freedom in the lower back. Ooh. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly getting ready to come back. And then you can either come into your seated, staying in your seated hero. If that's too much, come to sit on your heels, reaching the arms out. Left arm behind your back, snuggling the hand up your shoulder blade. Right arm reaches up, making 2 fists. Bending the right elbow and pressing the fists towards each other, towards each other, towards ears. Keep this, keep this, keep this. Don't arch your back yet. Pushing the fists towards each other, or maybe on top of each other. And then you can do your hooky hooky, or keeping the hands flat. Good. But also notice the difference, that now your shoulders are not working anymore. Choices. And if for somebody that feels it's not yet enough, could lean a little forward. And lifting yourself back up, release the arms. Just notice. Other side. Right hand in between your shoulder blades to the best of your abilities, snuggling it up there. Left arm reaches up. You remember that little triceps turning forward. Make 2 fists and bend. And then trying to press your fists together like the Hulk. Rips in a little bit. Yeah. Feel that activity in your shoulders, in your arms, and then you can take your favorite position of hands, or working with a strap or whatever you do. Yes. Those who slowly want to come forward, here's your last 2, 3 breaths. And then bringing yourself back up. free your arms a little bit. And then gently shifting the weight forward and lift yourself into down dog, so you have the chance to walk out your legs a little bit. Or just being still, sitting bones lifting, heels lengthen to the floor. And then bend your knees and jump through your arms to come to sit on the mat. Long legs. Paschimottanasana. So, if Gustav is watching, I know he's already like typing SMSs to me like, wait, you forgot the forward bend, blah, blah, blah. I like Hero a lot for Paschimottanasana as a preparation, because it does remind you of that little internal rotation. So. Guess where they go? Right on your toes. Hold your elbows, and with time and care, you're slowly reaching forward to place your forearms gently onto your toes. And maybe that's not happening. And then reach your arms forward the way you like. I just like the going in. Good. Now release your arms into your position. I also wouldn't hold this for too long. I like it for a moment and when you're controlled, but then it just becomes sort of that extra weight hanging there. Yeah. After that third exhale, slowly rising back up. Hands behind you, legs together, pointing the toes away from you. Lift the hip, reaching big toes towards the floor. If you prefer to bend knees, please do. Please do. Change it to what it is that you need. All good. Because we're going to hold it for 50, 49. Good. Now let your head drop back and lift that chest. Yes! And looking forward, bringing your hips down, lengthen the left leg out, bending the right foot, bending the right knee, bringing the foot closer in. Right hand behind you, left arm around or outside of your right thigh.
In right, in wrong, in the saint and in the sinner. In love, in pain.
On an exhale, turn yourself back. Bring the left hand behind you. Bring the right arm up and lift your hip into this brand new little posture that's younger than most of you in the room. The wild thing. Not traditional at all. Lift that hip. And then slowly bring it back down. Good. Right leg forward. Left knee in, twist to the other side. Placing the left hand back. right arm around or even outside the knee. Remember each inhale to lengthen the spine, each exhale to explore maybe even further. There's a whole article called Postures That Are Younger Than the Yoga Journal magazine. This is a real fun read. But it's what we do as human beings. We get involved with something and we like to play around. It's all good. It's all just play. And on your next exhale, turn yourself back forward. Bring the right hand behind you, fingers pointing away. Lift the pelvis off, really pushing off your left foot or your left ball of the foot. You can even come onto your tippy toes here. Yes! Oh, so good. And on an exhale, bring the butt back down. Cross your ankles. And come into down dog. Now we all have a little space to the left and to the right, which is really good. Because we could do something like this again, couldn't we? On an inhale, lift your right leg up high. Bend your right knee, let the foot fall behind you. Lifting the knee higher and higher, opening the hip. And if you want to flip your dog all the way, but let your toes both point to the back wall. So step it a little bit more as you would want to set it up for wheel. Yes. Slowly turn yourself back or stay where you are if you feel you're there. I know. Very good. Ooh. And then shake, shake, shake. Happy dog. Just got a bone. Just got a tennis ball. No, I'm sorry. That dog is going to the vet. That is not a happy... Okay, anyway. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Come into your hip opener. And maybe that's all you need. Maybe you just hang out there and stay there and enjoy yourself. Or flipping the dog, letting foot drop behind you. Keep your feet and legs parallel, bending both knees. And reach now your left hand where you want to put it on the floor for your full wheel. Yeah. Good. Then it becomes something else. Exhale back. Lovely, darling. Very nice. Can't come. You're like a kitten in a tree. She got up, but she couldn't come out anymore. Okay. Good. And then take a vinyasa of your choice. Last vinyasa here. Good. Nice. Then we all bring it back into a plank, bringing the knees down so we can bring the forearms to the floor. Sorry, tuck your toes under and lift the hips. Come into what we call dolphin, maybe. So we're firing up a little the shoulder section again. Now, as this is level 3, and I know some of you have a very, very beautiful, steady practice and the ability, for example, here to come into Pincha Mayurasana. But maybe you feel, oh, that's a little early in coming into the full forearm balance. So maybe you just want to lift a leg high up, and maybe you want to give your other foot just a little hop, just a little, just to become airborne for a moment, not to fall over. Yeah, keep your leg long then. The leg that's in the air, keep it long. And changing, those legs come into play. Change sides. Just happy hopper, happy hopper, happy hopper. And then slowly bring your feet back down, walk your feet back and come to lay on your belly, which probably brings you still onto the forearm, doesn't it? Ardha Bhujangasana or Sphinx. Imagine that your arms pull the mat back while your chest is pulling forward. Engage your navel strongly, and for those who have more space, the arms for 3, 2. I like that the hands are far away, because then your back muscles have to do more work than just using your arms to press yourself into something precarious. Excellent. Evil looks. Okay. Rest for a moment your spine. Do what you need to do. And then let's do exactly the same thing one more time. Sphinx or Ardha Bhujangasana. And as you remember, there is nothing to prove. You're not here to do a checklist of postures, so listen in. Listen what's right for you. Listen what's necessary and unnecessary. But again, if you have the ability now to stretch out, lengthen out your arms, or not, great. But what you can add now is bending your knees and bringing the feet close to the back of your head. Ooh, next week. Very lovely. Exhale, release. That's the other reason why I like the wide setup. So you're not even trying to get that touching. Yeah. Good. Slowly coming down. But what I can promise you now is that Dhanurasana is going to feel really nice. So look down onto the mat, bend both knees, take hold of your ankles, flex the feet. Inhale deeply, exhale, rising up. Okay, Lou. Touch with your toes the wall behind you. Thank you. Very nice. 5, 4, 3, 2. On an exhale, gently putting yourself back onto the mat, as you would put something very fragile down. Yeah, because you are. Om Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Japure Mana, Japure Mana, Tumi Bajure Mana, Tumi Bajure Mana, Tumi Japure Mana. And second round, look down onto the mat, bend both knees, take your ankles from the out or inside, your choice. Inhale deeply, exhale, rising up. And then let your eyes lift higher, lift higher, lift higher, lift higher, lift higher. Exhale, coming down. Yes. Yay. Yay. And the last thing we do before we turn around is we're going to melt our heart a little to the floor. So place your hands under your shoulders, come onto your forearms again, but this time we are going a little bit more towards that thoracic spine again, that chest. So you want to melt your heart to the floor, and if that's easy, you're going to reach your arms forward. Maybe for some of you the chest will rest on the floor. Does anybody have the chest on the floor with comfort? No. You could, very gently, just to explore, you could tuck your back toes then under and lengthen the legs. Yeah, because it really compresses, so you want to have that chest on the floor for that. From here, bring it back, bring it onto the belly, and just turn around. I know. Yeah, bye-bye. From here, heels under the knees. Heels under the knees, pushing your feet firmly into the floor, lifting into your half bridge. Then you can set up your shoulders a little nicer, maybe. And again, you're allowed to stay here. Don't push your chin down. Keep the neck very natural here, but open your chest. And then hands alongside the ears. Inhale deeply, exhale to the crown of your head, firm in the shoulders, hugging the arms. Inhale deeply, exhale. Woohoo! Which is the official Sanskrit name. Woohoo! Yes. Does it help? And gently bring it back down. Very nice. Don't worry, you get more. So, that coming out, you're going nicely deep because you have such a strong back bend. So your hands and feet can be very close. Great when you do that. But then that coming out is like melting over the knees. I would step back out. Just have just the space to come safely back down. Because that's generally when the shit happens, in the unconscious moments. Love it, and then open it up and lower down. Just as an idea. Second round. Go for it. Whatever it is, you're going for it, but go for it. Nice, very nice. And slowly bring it down. Very nice. And then we could do a third one just for the love of it. Just because, just for the love of it. You could also stay there, my darling. You feel this a lot. Do it on the head and then bring in the arms to that. It's such a nice one for you to really open the chest but take the wrists out of it. Then change it up. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, you get all the stuff out you need. You could lift a leg there as well. You could do all that stuff. Nice. She's kicking it like she's in the Moulin Rouge. Good. Slowly coming back out. Very nice. Beautiful, guys. Yay! God, it's all so exciting. Good. Maybe rest the knees for a moment against each other, or just be just still for a moment. And then let's do a lovely little twist to the left. Any twist that suits your innocent little creature body the best. Don't want her, don't want that. No, we're going to go for Ida, our lovely colleague Ida. Because I'm obsessed with that song. Did anybody of you ever train a dog? You ever had to train a dog? You know how it works, right? You do the trick and then you give a sweet. Do we ever do that in practice? No, not really. Well, next week. Gotta bring some snickerdoodle after every posture. You get a little piece. But it's, I mean, more in sort of our inner relationship is how we train our own body. Your body is very much like a little puppy dog. Because your body loves you. Your body will do anything for you. It just doesn't always know exactly what you want. You are literally teaching your body what it is that you want. The idea, the image is maybe already in your head, but your body still needs to, oh, that's what you mean. Until you have a very lovely little, obedient little body dog. Slowly rolling back. And in that sense, I feel sometimes we could be a little nicer with ourselves in the practice. Twist to the right, your way of twisting. How intense or how soft it might apply. Take one more deep breath. And then turning yourself back. Nice, guys. Turn onto your right side. Turn yourself around. And I give you two options. Because we have a fair amount of wall space, which could be nice. So if you want to go into your Sirsasana headstand as you do, stay in the room or go to a wall. But I want to give the option, I'm not great in doing it free in the room either, Pincha Mayurasana. If you want to go in the arm balance. So if you want to set it up at the wall, what you will see a lot when people come into this arm balance and attempt to go even further, that the elbows go out. And then we all learn the little trick of bringing the block in between the hands, no? A nice wide block. So the hands cannot go in. If you want to practice this, today I would tell you to bring the block in between your elbows. Because then you come back to that action, these muscles that we use, rather than just to like, oh, we stopped here. So this becomes a little bit more purposeful and actionful. And if you are a guy, you should always have 1.5 blocks or something, because I feel the block is not necessarily for most of us shoulder width. So add on like it's Tetris. Hug them in. Yes? But that's just an option. If anybody wants to go for Pincha Mayurasana or headstand. Do you practice inversions? Inversions? Come a little closer. I'm not just in between him and the cam. Then you still... No. You're so not. It's just here. You'll not be visible, I swear. No, you're also not. Look, it's all duct taped to the floor. Just try not to fall on it. Nice. Feel that a little bit?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Nice. Sweet.
Hare.
Does it make sense as an action in the muscles to do this hugging in more actively? It's okay because it's all about sizes, but I see that you're working towards it. He said very nicely, like, I'm not really touching the block, but remember the block in this case is more a reference point than really anything else. Nice, peeps, very nice. Yes, darling. I would bring one leg further out for... Yes. There you go. That's it. Eva, bring your heels a little further back. Draw the navel and up, ribs in. Yes. Nice, guys. Very nice. Lou, keep looking down. I think it makes it a bit easier to find the balance until this is so accomplished where you can take your head wherever you want it. But there's still a little gazing down just for keeping you focused now. Easy. Take the last 2-3 breaths here. Ooh. Beautiful, but that's it. Hello. And then slowly, everybody coming gently back down. Careful that your legs have a tint to your right. A little bit. And then find your perfect little spot for Shavasana. Well done, guys. Once you relax and trust your heart, you'll find that you will be drawn by exactly those forms and methods and practices that are going to take you through. Work with whatever it is that's drawing you at the moment. At one moment you will sit by the river and you will look at a rock and you will feel its sacredness. And that will take you out of yourself. At another moment, nature won't do it for you, but something else will. Sometimes it will be just a word. A word about something. Your heart will open, and you will feel that spark of spirit. Or there will come a moment when the intellect will be so clear and precise that you will see the whole panorama, the awesome nature of the design of it all, and that will take you beyond thought. Each of those is a different moment. At one moment, one form feels comfortable, right, useful. At another moment, another form. Just keep flowing in and out of the forms. Use them and then drop them, because the forms aren't it. The point isn't to cling to one practice or another, one teacher or another. The point is to use whatever can in this moment open you up to the living spirit. breath back into the body. Stretch yourself out gently if you like. Then bend the knees, roll over your right side. And bring yourself back. Final seat. We're going to chant 3 rounds of Om. Bring your hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Exhale. Inhale. Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Nice. Open your hand palms and bow forward and down. And then I thank everybody in the room and at home, and we thank all the musicians that allowed us to use their music. And good. See you next week. Namaste. Dui. Of course, we are peeling out with all the security rules in place.